They say your life is a mirror. It shows exactly what's inside your mind. So if all you see is pain, maybe it's not life that's cruel. Maybe it's your mindset that's broken. In a small forgotten village, surrounded by dry fields and cracked walls, lived a boy named Ravi. He was only 15, but life had already shown him the harshest side of poverty. His slippers were torn, his school uniform faded, and his lunchbox often empty. Every morning, as he watched other children rush to school with shining shoes and laughter in their voices, Ravi would whisper to himself, "Why can't I have what they have? Why is life so unfair?" His mother, Meena, worked as a washerwoman. Her hands were rough and her back always hurt, but her eyes still carried kindness. Every time Ravi complained, she would smile gently and say, "Son, don't curse life. Change your thoughts, and life will start changing with you." But Ravi never believed her. He thought people like them were born to struggle. Every day he sat near the village well, throwing stones into the water, counting his misfortunes instead of his blessings. "Look at Ramesh," he'd say, watching a rich boy ride his bicycle past him. "He's lucky. I'm not meant for success." Days turned into weeks, and Ravi's hopelessness grew deeper. His dreams faded before they could even begin. Until one evening, everything changed. His mother suddenly fell sick. She coughed endlessly, too weak to stand. Ravi ran door to door for help, but no one cared. Standing under the dark sky, tears rolling down his dusty face, he shouted, "God, why always me? Why do you hate me so much?" An old man sitting nearby heard his cry. With calm eyes, he said softly, "My boy, it's not God who's against you. It's your own mindset that's holding you prisoner." Ravi couldn't sleep that night. The old man's words echoed in his head. "It's not God who's against you. It's your mindset." He kept turning those words over and over. What did the old man mean? How could his mindset be responsible for all his pain? The next morning, Ravi saw the same old man sitting under the big banyan tree near the well. Curious and desperate, he walked up to him. The man smiled, as if he had been waiting. "Good morning, young man," he said warmly. "Did you sleep well?" Ravi sat beside him and sighed. "I couldn't. You said my mindset is my prison. But I don't understand. How can thinking change anything when reality is so hard?" The old man chuckled softly. "Reality doesn't start outside, son. It starts inside. When your mind says you can't, your body obeys. When your mind says you will, life opens doors." He introduced himself as Kailash, a retired school teacher who had once been just as poor and hopeless as Ravi. "I used to blame everyone. My parents, the government, even God," he said. "But nothing changed until I changed one thing, my thoughts." He pulled out a small, crumpled piece of paper and handed it to Ravi. "Write 3 things you can do today to make your life just 1% better. Don't think big, just start small. That's how mountains are moved." Ravi stared at the paper. For the first time in years, he felt a tiny spark. Not anger, not jealousy, but hope. That night, by the dim light of an oil lamp, Ravi wrote carefully: 1. Help my mother without complaining. 2. Learn one new thing every day. 3. Stop blaming luck. The next morning, he acted on it. He helped his mother wash clothes. He visited the village library and read a few pages of an old book. Each small step felt powerful. Each day felt a little brighter. Years passed. The boy who once sat hopeless by the village well had disappeared. In his place stood a confident young man, still Ravi, but reborn through his mindset. He had grown stronger, wiser, and filled with purpose. The lessons from Kailash had become the foundation of his life. He studied hard, helped his mother recover, and started teaching younger kids in the village for free. His name slowly spread. That's Ravi, the boy who never gives up. One morning, while walking through the same dusty streets he once cursed, Ravi smiled. The houses were the same. The people were the same. The world hadn't changed, but his eyes saw everything differently. He remembered the old man's words. Reality starts inside you. Ravi had learned that success doesn't come from magic, it comes from mindset. When you stop blaming and start believing, life opens unseen doors. Time went on. Ravi became a teacher in the very school he used to envy as a boy. He decorated his classroom with colorful posters that read, "Think positive. Work hard. Believe in yourself." One afternoon, he noticed a quiet boy sitting at the back of his class. Head down, eyes filled with sadness. Ravi approached him and asked softly, "What's wrong, son?" The boy whispered, "Sir, my family is poor. I'll never be successful." Ravi's heart paused. Those words were his own from years ago. Smiling gently, he sat beside the boy and said, "I once said the same thing. But then, I met someone who taught me that the world doesn't change until you do. Your mindset is your power. Use it, and nothing can stop you." He pulled out a small paper, old, folded, but precious, and handed it to the boy. "Write 3 things you can do today to make life 1% better. Start now." Your life will not change by luck or chance. It will change when you decide to change your mindset. So remember, success isn't found in your circumstances. It's born inside your mind.